Tell you what, it's right cold out here today. So, in fact, there was snow. Snow was forecast. Hello, Jennifer, by the way. Hope you're not snowed in. So it's getting cold outside, and even though we've got this wonderful spray foam insulation, which cost £6,000 to do this whole building, well worth it, by the way. I thought I might need, because there's a couple of little bits of playing around stuff that I'm going to be doing today, and I just thought just take the edge off the cold, because I didn't want Delilah getting cold, did I, darling? No. So I dug out this old Dimplex heater. Yeah, okay. Proper pucker, you know, not a Chinese knockoff, not a dangerous sort of thing to have lying around. Proper old school, as long as you don't cover it, they're brilliant. Heater. I won't say where it come from, because some people will know why I can't say where it come from. That to me is always a bit of a red light, a bit of a danger. I don't like seeing those wires exposed at the back. So I thought, and the thing was, you know, I'm going to test the heater itself and everything, and make sure it's all fully earthed and everything works. But so I thought I'll take the plug apart and I'll rewire it properly. And this is what I found. Now I'll get a pointy screwdriver. This is a bit of a worry. I don't know if everybody understands why that's a bit of a worry, but that's a bit of a worry. Also is the connection. I'm just pushing it out now because I'm pushing the I'm moving the plug pin out, which is removing the whole thing from the body. But if you just want to take a little look, in fact I'm fairly sure if I take that all the way out, that is, no, it isn't. That isn't connected at all. That isn't screwed down. That's a worry for me. That is a worry. And what I have done is I loosened the cable clip. That's all I have done on there. Scary. So I think I'll rewire that before I go ahead and test it. Now I don't know if it's just me, but I always, when I wire a plug, I cut the cables at different lengths so that I can make them fit like this. Yeah, okay, not quite like this. Forgot, also need to have the almost mandatory rummage around in the bottom of here to find a spare screw to go in the earth pin. So after I've done that, I'll go back to where we were. Okay, so chopping the leads or shortening some of the leads more than others means that I can get a nicer finish, so that there's no sort of severely bent leads in there. I mean, that neutral is probably not the best, but you know what, it's better than it was, and I found exact matching. In fact, it might have come from this, and I've found it on the floor and thrown it into the box. Who knows? So that really is just basic simple safety, and the actual cable clip here is actually clipping onto the sheath of the cable. And the reason I mention this is, I mean, some people know I have seen some really dire wiring over the years. I'm not an electrician, but when I was looking and researching into things like the cannabis growing market in the UK, not only, you know, things like bypassing the electricity supply and houses that are actually just waiting to burst into flames, but also overloading plugs. And I saw some really dire plugs. I know I've posted about this in the past. This isn't anything associated with anything other than just basic domestic electrics, basics, ultra basics of, yeah, this is a heater that came out of someone's house, right, Delilah? And And it worries me now, because where it came from, it's someone I would have expected to be really on top of all stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to test it, get the multimeter on it, test it, make sure it all works, and then me and Delilah will be a little bit warmer. But essentially what I'm saying is, if you don't know how to wire a plug, and a lot of the millennials or the snowflakes or whatever term you want to use for them, they've never needed to. So if you ever have to replace a plug, what are they going to do? Right, go to YouTube, find this. Probably not this, because I'm not the best example, believe me. But there are plenty of people who give tutorials on stuff like this. Check your electric, especially at this time of year, because like a heater like that will draw an awful lot of electricity through a plug like this. Similarly, if you've only got a tiny little light, you know, if you've got a tiny little light, check your fuse. You don't need a 13 amp fuse in a bedside light. So just get some basic understanding, education and awareness, and then hopefully, with any luck, the electrics won't kill you.